Welcome to my channel. Today is the Monday the 9th of February 2026. I thought it was time for a little update. I know there's been a few posts lately, but when I've got something new and interesting to say, why not just keep it updated here? If you follow my channel, you know that I have started Mebendazole the 1st of January for various reasons, actually more weird reasons than good reasons, I suppose. Then I have been very aware of Mebendazole and ivermectin as something to look at, and that's what I've been focusing at. But lately I realized that there's actually scientific backing for Mebendazole as a repurposed drug when it comes to treating various diseases. So I started out with Mebendazole, and I did that the 1st of January, and I did a protocol saying 400 milligrams a day, 200 milligrams in the morning and 200 milligrams in the afternoon, and that was just 7 days a week, the whole month. I did also add niacinamide, I think that's what it's called. So there was 2 new things there in my protocol. But when it came to the 1st of February, or the end of January as it actually was, the 30th of January, I decided to make a blood test of the liver enzymes, the so-called AST and ALT numbers, and I also did a complete blood count, CBC. And to my surprise, for the first time ever in all the time I've been doing this blood work, and I've done that since March 2023. I've never had any numbers going bad on me as far as the liver enzyme goes, and I've been on some pretty heavy doses of Mebendazole in the course of those 2-3 years. But 30th of January, the numbers rose significantly. Normally they are hovering around 20 for both numbers, a little bit lower, a little bit higher, it depends, but it's supposed to be below 50 and then it's okay. If it gets above 50, it's too much. And by the 30th of January, I had to see numbers going, I think the AST was to 93 and my ALT was 70. So that was very much of a climb. We're talking 3-4-fold up. Now, it is not double of what it should be. It was 3-4-fold of what it used to be. My baseline was actually significantly different. But now I had to figure out what the reason was, and as I looked into it, I realized that Mebendazole might very well be the reason, because when I looked into niacinamide, then there seems to be no impact in terms of liver, no significant impact anyway. So I didn't know quite what to do, apart from obviously discontinuing with my Mebendazole, and I actually contemplated discontinuing the rest of all my repurposed drugs just to see a rapid change. But then I realized if I did that, I wouldn't know which specific drug did the trick. Though I did have a high probability that it was the Mebendazole, because that was the only real change I had done, and I had done ivermectin for a couple of years with no issues. So I discontinued Mebendazole only, and today I just went to get the blood test. It's a test that is performed in-house in the clinic, so I didn't have to wait for days to get the result. I got it a few hours later, and now both numbers are in a normal baseline level. They were 19 and 21 respectively, which is absolutely fantastic, because this means that I, from today, can start up with Mebendazole again, because I do suspect that the combination of diet change, not really diet change, but the fact that I got into ketosis in January, and the fact that I started up with Mebendazole, did have the positive impact of about 5% drop in my PSA, and I very much would like to see that drop continuing in February. So I was supposed to be waiting for 2 weeks to get the test done, but it's been 10 days, and I thought, nah, I'm probably just going to go today. And sure enough, smack on, perfect. So next time I know that if I get any issues with these numbers, I will just make the changes and then just do a test within just 7 days, so that I do not have to postpone the Mebendazole protocol for too long. Now, today I can start on it right away, and I've got as I said, we got the 9th of February, so I got, just shy of 3 weeks, and then I've got the next PSA coming up, so I can go on with that. But obviously I'm going to make a change to it. I do not know whether the raise in enzyme was because I started out with 400 milligrams a day for 7 days a week, and that maybe was a little bit too big of a dose to start up with, that I need to climatize first, or if it's in general term in conjunction with all the other things that I do, it's just too much strain on the liver. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do a pulsating protocol where I'll be doing 400 milligrams just like before, 200 milligrams in the morning, 200 milligrams in the evening, and then I'll do that for 4 days and I'll take 3 days off. So basically be Friday, Saturday and Sunday I will be off. And then we'll see when we get to the end of the month whether that has corrected numbers. I'll be doing the blood test on the 4th day, so to speak, the day that I'm supposed to start again, on a Monday, that is. I'll be doing the blood test on a Monday morning before I take any other supplements, and then I'll see, because what I'm interested to know is if those 4 days straight and then 3 days off, if that's going to keep things at a lower level. I might be seeing a raise, that's for sure, but I suppose anyway. But I want to know if those 3 days off is enough to eliminate whatever issue that might be. So I will be doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on 400 milligrams, and I'll do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And Monday morning, as I'm going to continue my protocol, I'll be having another test. And because I get the result of the test just within an hour or two, then I will be able to continue my Mebendazole protocol if it shows no issue. If it shows issue, sure, then I got to adapt again. And yeah, then we'll just have to see how it comes out, because if it comes out good, I might be upping the antes and maybe go up to 800 milligrams a day divided into 2. Again, the pulsating, 4 days on, 3 days off, and see how does that work, because I know that the official protocol from this goes all the way up to 1500 milligrams a day. So there shouldn't be any issues, but there might be this transition issue in terms of not going full on right off, but take it easy to begin with. Anyway, there are so many other samples of pulsating protocols. Really seems to be the best way, where you are stressing the cancer cells, and they do not really handle stress as well as normal cells do. So that's going to be very interesting. Very happy with the result. So let's see what is going to happen here at the end of the month. I'm not planning on having any other blood tests until then. My ketosis level is down at 0.3 right now. So once I've been having had my delicious tom yum moo, no, not tom yum, tom sap moo, as it is, a very, very good dish that my wife is good at making. Once I've indulged in that tonight, I'm planning on doing a little bit of a sardine fasting again. I also got my new mayonnaise that I've got to try out. Haven't made it yet, but I'll make it later today with lard, because I consider that a little bit more healthy, to say the least, than using a processed canola oil. So anyway, that was a quick rant here about my new blood results that I'm really happy about. As always, stay happy and healthy.